Hello everyone, how is it going? And today we are on lead code with another problem. So today is day 19 and today's problem is mud sorted arrays. So let us move to the problem statement. Well, the given problem statement is you are given two integer arrays num1 and num2 sorted in non-decreasing order and two integers m and n that is representing the number of elements in nums1 array and the nums2 array respectively. So we need to merge nums1 and nums2 into a single sorted non-decreasing single sorted array in non-decreasing order, and the final sorted array should not be returned by the function but instead stored inside the nums1. To accommodate this, nums1 has the length of m plus n, where the first m elements denote the elements that should be merged, and the last 10 elements are set to 0 and should be ignored. Nums2 has a length of n. So there are two arrays, nums1 and nums2. We need to put nums2 also in the nums1 array in the sorted fashion, so that this array will be in sorted order and it will be in non-decreasing order. So the resultant would be something like this after merging this into this array. And the size of these arrays are m and n. So there are these, sorry. So there are m elements in nums1 array, that is non-zero elements, and there are n elements which is 0 to accommodate nums2 array. So the size of nums1 is n plus m, and the size of nums2 is n. So let us start our solution. First of all, let us take out the lengths in a proper variables. So for first, the length of first array will be uh, so let n1 be equals to m, let n2 be is equals to n, and m let n3 be is equals to m plus n. Since the array index starts from 0, so let us do minus 1 here. Now n1 is the number of elements which needs to be which are in sorted order in the nums1 array. Then n2 is the number of elements in nums2 array, and n3 is the total number of elements in our this nums1 array. So now what we will do, we will start a loop. So while this n1 is greater than or equals to 0 and n2 is greater than or equals to 0, we will do a loop. So basically what we will do, we will start from here. We will start from here, which will be our n3, and then we will check with this value and the last value of nums2. Now we will check whether these which is greater, and whichever will be greater we will put here, and then we will do minus minus, and then again do the same comparison, and just like this we will go on. So what we will do here, we will put a if case. If nums1 of n1 is greater than nums2 of n2, then nums of n3 nums1 of n3 is equals to nums1 of n1, then n3 minus minus, and n1 minus minus. Or if it is the opposite case, then we will just take out the last element from nums2 and put it in nums1. So nums1 n3 is equals to nums2 of n2, and then again to n2 minus minus and n3 minus minus. Now, if one of them becomes 0, the elements in nums1 or these nums2 elements, if the pointer n1 or n2 becomes 0, then we will just compare. If nums1 becomes 0, means we have exhausted all these elements, so that is fine. And if nums1 becomes 0, so means we have exhausted all these elements, and nums2 still have some element left. So we will create a loop for it while n2 is greater than or equals to 0. We'll put nums1 and 3 is equals to n nums2 n2, and then n2 minus minus and n1, sorry, n3 minus minus. Now, if it is the reverse case, nums2 is exhausted, and there are still elements left in nums1, then we will leave it as it is, because we are using this array only. We are returning this array, and these are all elements in sorted order itself. So we need not to change anything here. So we'll return the nums1 array as it is. Uh, as since it is a void function, then we need not to return anything. We just need to do the changes, and that is fine. So let us run our code and see if it is good or not. So it is fine. Let us submit also. So our code has been accepted. If you like my solution, then please subscribe to my channel. Or if you have a better solution or a suggestion, then please put it in comment box. Thank you for watching.